Anything more on the tornado?
I'm trying to think. Across the street from us, after the tornado, Jane Haynes moved in across the street because their place on Easton Avenue was demolished. And Jane and I became such good friends. She and Jerry, Jeffrey, and I were like the Three Musketeers. But Jerry was at 2 years after us in school, and Jane and I were in the same class. She was held back a year, and I made 2 grades in one, so I was actually 2 years younger. But she was my best friend all through grade school and all through high school. And we remained good friends until last, about 2 years ago when Jane died. And she's married. She was married to Leonard Worley, a lovely man, and she had 4 lovely children, and her middle daughter just died, Kathy Worley. She had breast cancer several years ago, and she didn't manage to survive.
Well, now, who did that clubhouse, that little house, playhouse, belong to?
That was next door. Mr. Jeffrey built that for Jerry and Jean. It was a wonderful playhouse. It was quite large, and we had a little chest in there where we had our little dishes, and we had a bed and a table and chairs. And then right outside there was a wonderful grape arbor, beautiful grapes, and we'd play in there in the daytime in the house, play house, and we had Genevieve Jeffrey's high heels, and we'd clack around in those high heels. And then at lunch, we'd run upstairs, and we'd bring down cookies and maybe soda, and then we'd take the grapes upstairs and wash them, bring them back down. We'd have our little tea parties right there in the playhouse. But it was, he got the idea, I think, perhaps over on Vannevar, there was a Ziegenball family. They were quite prosperous. They owned the Ziegenball Packing Company, and they had a beautiful home on Vannevar and a very spacious yard. And there was this wonderful playhouse that he built. They built for Margie Ziegenball. And Mr. Jeffrey got the idea, and his was just as nice as Margie's, the one we had for Jerry and Jean. And we had many a happy day. And then if we had money, Jerry and Jane used to love to clank up to the store in those high heels and buy candy to add to our feast. And then I was usually the mother, I don't know why. And then I didn't particularly like walking in those high heels. And then I just would stay back and fix the lunch, as we called it.
Well, when the girls had a dispute, didn't one of them take the furniture away or something? What was?
Oh yeah, Jane had a special table, and she had so then if she and Jerry would get into an argument, she'd say, "Ann, help me carry this table home," and I'd have to help Jane carry that table home across the street. And arguments never lasted more than half a day. So the next day we'd have to carry the table back across the street. And then sometimes I'd go upstairs and I'd say to my mother, "Oh, those two, they just don't get along sometimes. My mother said, well, honey, why don't you call them and I'll take you swimming at Fairgrounds Park. So then I call up and then they get their swimming suits and towels, and my mother would get on a van bus and go over to Fairgrounds Park to play in their pool. It wasn't really a swimming pool, it was more of a wading pool. We were so little, and we'd have a good time in the pool, and then coming home, my mother would stop, buy us an ice cream cone there, and we'd have a nice day at the park.
Oh, that was nice. Okay, well, I guess, shall we conclude segment 1 here then?
Yeah, let's conclude it and get back to it soon again.
All right, well, very good.